Good morning and welcome. Welcome back to Fast Forward Women in Photography. Just out of interest, how many of you have not attended yesterday? Good, so welcome. My name is Sandra Sykorova. I'm the curator of public programs here, and it's my great pleasure to introduce the final day of our two-day conference exploring the historical and contemporary significance of women's photographic practices, considering both national and international perspectives on women in the history of photography. This event is the outcome of call for papers and builds on previous discussions held here, aiming to map out the territory and identify key issues pertinent to women's work in photography today. Yesterday's papers, visual presentations, and audio presentations address themes of the post-war social documentary practice and reinterpretation of archives and histories. Today's program looks at commercial photography, challenging of established social and political discourses, and we conclude with networks and collaboration. In terms of format, ahead of us we have 3 thematic sections. Each concludes with a panel discussion and Q&A. So you'll have a chance to ask your questions, engage in the debate, and I hear there's a lot happening on Twitter, so that's all part of it. And we aim to finish here a little bit later than yesterday. Today we finish at 6:30, so it's a long day. We need to keep to the tight schedule. Otherwise we'll have another day tomorrow. And I'm told no. As you might have noticed, the event is documented. We're video recording, audio recording, and photographing, which is great. Thank you all for doing that. And please wait for the microphones to ask your questions. And also, please turn your phones to a silent mode. If you're tweeting, you don't want to turn them off, I guess. And I would like to now thank again our partners, the University for the Creative Arts, and PARC at London College of Communication, University of the Arts London, for making this event happen. And specifically, a big thank you goes to Anna Fox, Sarah Jeans, Maria Kapayeva, Karen Knorr, and Val Williams for leading on this project, shaping it, and putting it on, so thank you. And finally, I'd like to introduce the chair of the morning session, who is Anna Fox. Anna is an internationally renowned photographer and professor of photography at University for the Creative Arts in Farnham. In 2010, she was shortlisted for the prestigious Deutsche Börse Prize, and her latest projects, Resort 2 and Loisir, are published by Schild Amsterdam and Diafan Boves. Anna is also one of the main co-organizers of this project and one of its initiators. So now please join me in welcoming Anna Fox. Thank you.
Thank you, Sandra. Thank you, everybody who's here, everyone at Tate, and all the collaborators. What a fantastic event this is proving to be. And just before I introduce the panel, I got a very exciting text message at 7:15 this morning. I'm awake and we're trending. I didn't know exactly what it meant, but I now know. It's very good. So thank you to all those Twitter people who've made us trend. And can you carry on? And can you use the hashtags Women in Photo and Fast Forward? It's a great job and we want to trend more. So I was very excited to be chairing this panel. I'm obviously passionate about the subject we're dealing with, but I'm also passionate about the photographic industry and commercial photography. I've been in education teaching for many years, and I've noted, certainly in this country, how we somehow not only ignore women in photography, but we seem to ignore commercial photographic practices, which are incredibly important. And it's one of the big things I've tried to promote in education is getting this, on the agenda and being very, very important for students. So I'm going to introduce my speakers in reverse order. And first I have Dr. Karen Shepherdson. She is a reader in photography and director of the Southeast Archive of Seaside Photography. Karen is co-director of the Centre for Research in Communities and Cultures at Canterbury Christ Church University. Then Pete James, who is an independent photography historian and curator. He's worked with internationally significant collections held at the Library of Birmingham. He has researched and curated exhibitions of historical and contemporary photography and is published internationally. His key interests are photo archives and the story of photography in Birmingham. Maria Salo is Professor of Photography at Aalto University, School of Arts, Design and Architecture in Helsinki. She has written the history of Finnish fashion photography and is currently working on a new book about the history of digital photography in Finland. And first up, we have Andrea Nelson. She is Associate Curator in the Department of Photographs at the National Gallery of Art in Washington. She received her PhD from the University of Minnesota with a focus on the history of the photo book. In addition to her curatorial work, Andrea teaches a course on writing for the decorative arts. So thank you.